Welcome back to another retro feature right here on the channel. So, last couple of months we've done the home computers. We've had the ZX Spectrum, the Commodore 64, we've had the Commodore Amiga, and last month the Atari ST. Okay, so we now go on to the 8-bit consoles. And we start off with the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System. I love this machine. I remember getting paid. I think it was one of my first paydays, my first paychecks. Getting home, getting the money out the bank. That was how I used to do it back in the day, and saying to me ma, I'm going to Liverpool. We had this big boot store over in Liverpool in Clayton Square, and I knew they had them in. And I went over and I put my money down, my hard-earned cash, and I bought, what was it? I had the Super Mario and Duck Hunt pack, and I had like a light gun with it. And I just got home and I played it to death. I mean, I still haven't completed Mario Brothers, and Duck Hunt is just one of them, a real fun little game. But yeah, massive heartfelt memories for this little system. So yeah, it's the top 10. There's going to be some surprises, I can promise you that. And I'm sure I'm going to get some reaction. But hey, like I say to you every month, grab a beer, grab a brew, kick back, and let's go down nostalgia lane. In at number 10, we have Punch-Out! Punch-Out! Was just amazing. It was arcade boxing at its best. You had a character, I think his name was Little Mac. I was going to say Little Joe. Little Mac, I think his name was. And you basically just had to fight your way up the World Championship rankings. And you'd have different fighters from different countries. And you'd have like different boxing styles. So like you'd probably have to fight them a couple of times just to sort of realise, do they kind of move? Do they flinch before they throw that big powerful punch? And you could kind of duck out the way and put your uppercut in or whatever. Arcade boxing at its best. Absolutely love this title. In at number 9, one for our stateside fans, Tecmo Ball. This was just arcade American football, and it was great. There was just like a handful of teams, a handful of like offensive and a handful of defensive plays, and it was just brilliant. It was best with a friend, as all these things were. Back in the day, we sit next to your mate in your elbow and chill each other on the couch and all that kind of thing. But yeah, the computer put up a good little challenge. I think later editions had like seasons and that kind of thing. Been a while since I played this one, but I couldn't, in all consciousness, leave it out. Number 8, Contra. Who doesn't like a little bit of like side-on scrolling, shooting? And Contra was that. Hard as nails. Brilliant arcade conversion. Really good game. It was one that I never got round to finishing, but I'd always put on. I think I actually borrowed this off a friend because that's back in the day. I'm going back now before even video shops. I'm showing my age now. Before video shops used to hire games out, and yeah, I think I did. I swapped this for a couple of weeks with like one of my mates, and I loved it. But like I say, just a little bit too difficult for me. There'll be veteran players out there who say, "Oh, I hammered it." Do you know what? All the credit to you. Number 7, Gallagher. This just puts a smile on my face just thinking about it. Really simple game. We had Space Invaders, and then after that, we had like Galaxian and Gallagher and like a chain of clones, if you like. But where Space Invaders had like your typical left and right movement pattern, like Gallagher had like your aliens would drop down and they kind of swoop and stuff like that. So give you a little bit more to think about. Lovely, simple, colourful little blaster. I could go away and play it again right now. Number 6, the Immortal PacMan. Do you know what? It wasn't actually a bad version on the NES. Every machine at the time either had clones or like authentic versions of Pac-Man, and I fell across this one in later life, to be fair. I think it was on my NES Mini possibly, and it plays a nice little game of Pac-Man. What else is to tell you? Scramble round, eating dots, avoiding ghosts. That's Pac-Man. Absolute stonewall classic. Number 5, we couldn't have a Nintendo list, could we, without a Castlevania game? And I've gone for the original. Just sublime. You're like a vampire hunter and you're walking around, 2D side scroller, and you have various weapons. I think you start off with like a little whip, and you're going along and like you're killing these baddies and picking up little hearts and stuff, and then you get to like the end of a level and you have like an end of level baddie, you beat him, and then you go on and you repeat the fade, get deeper and deeper into the game. Yeah, again, another one I never finished, but I'd play Castlevania right now. Number 4, Bubble Bobble. I suspect you're going to see this appearing in quite a few top 10s as we go on for like the rest of the year. I adore this game. It's like It's like a Rodland a couple of months ago on the Amiga. Sickly cute. You can play it 1 or 2 player, and it's Bub and Bob, little brothers, little dinosaurs, or the dragons. I don't know. Anyway, by the by, and you've got to go along, and you've just got to like you shoot the enemies with like little bubbles that come out your mouth, and you jump on, they disappear, and then time speeds up, and you get like little pieces of fruit, and it's got one of the most memorable pieces of music. The actual theme of the game is just amazing. Go and play Bubble Bobble now. That's all I'm saying. Turn this video off and go and play Bubble Bobble. Number 3, The Legend of Zelda, where it all started. Kids now playing on the Switches and all that, and we've had GameCube versions and we've had SNES versions. We've had versions on absolutely everything of Zelda, but this is where it started. I remember getting this game, and I'll be honest here now, I appreciate it more in later life than what I did at the time. You didn't really have instructions. You'd walk along and you'd just be like, what am I doing? And you'd kind of drop into dungeons and, you know, find things and kill monsters and come back up ground and end up on quests. And it was where it started. You know, honestly, just go away, wiki this one, and just have a look. Does it stand against the test of time? I think it does, but with your retro shades on. There are much better versions, obviously Wind Waker on the GameCube, which we will be introduced to later in the year and stuff, but I haven't played the new Switch ones. But yeah, go back, give this one a look. You ready for a little bit of controversy? Number 2, okay, and I am going with Super Mario Bros. 3. In my opinion, with the exception of maybe Super Mario World, it's my favourite Mario game. Much of muchness. Mario is Mario, isn't it? You start from one end, jumping over, you know, avoiding baddies, getting mushrooms, powering up, end the level baddie, repeat to fade. This one had like loads of different innovative things. I think this was the first one where Mario could fly, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this would be the one that I suspect a lot of you were watching as we were counting down, more so like 5, 4, 3, like that, and thinking Super Mario Brothers 3 is number 1. Leave your comments below, guys. I know it's not going to be a popular choice, but hey ho. In at number 1, probably one of the greatest arcade games of all time. Anyone who knows me knows how much this game is in my top 3, probably of all time, over any machine ever. Donkey Kong. We see Mario appear, and you basically run along, jumping over baddies or little fireballs and barrels that like donkeys throwing down, and you're climbing ladders, get to the top to rescue, you know, your girl, and then it'll flick over, and then you go on to the second screen. The second level is hard, and it's got more moving platforms and quite intricate. Whiz over that, and then you go on to like a third level, which has got steel girders. You've got to like run along, and as you run over like little bolts, and the idea being, again, same trick, get to the top, and then we see Donkey turncoat, fall, land on his head, and then we spin back around to the first level again, and it just gets faster, harder, quicker. I'll tell you what, I could sit here and just wax lyrical about Donkey Kong all day. Just my number 1 NES game. Welcome back up, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed that top 10. A couple of surprises in there, particularly number 1, and I know I will get slated for that, I know that, but you know what, I'm just going to take it on the chin. Honestly, I'm going to take it on the chin. Donkey Kong is probably one of my top 3 games of all time on absolutely any system. So I know I'm going to be getting like, well, Super Mario Brothers 3 or whatever. Hey, do you know what? Please, comments below. Leave me your top 10. What did I miss? What would you like to have added? Give me your memories of the NES. Were you a NES player? Did you miss out on it? Did you buy the Master System instead, which we're going to be doing next month? You know, let me know, guys, as always, okay, in the comments below. Okay, so I'll leave it there, guys. And like previously mentioned, next month we're going to go and visit the Master System, the Sega Master System, okay? That's all for this one. See you next time.